thanks for joining us once again. Hope everybody's staying safe and well. And yeah, I'd like to say thanks again for the positive feedback regarding all the videos and the builds and this, that and the other. Really appreciate it. For you guys wanting to know what's going on with the turbo, the gold, or I should say yellowy gold. It's actually called Harvest Gold, the colour. Turbo 4-speed Centura. Had a bit of a strange one during the week. Somebody asking me why I pulled apart my red one. Don't sort of understand what that one's about, because the red one is still going fine and fast. Yeah, no, don't panic, guys. The red Turbo Centura is still all fully complete and together. Once again, just plodding along with the gold car. Thanks again for the positive feedback on that. Really appreciate it. Very humbling. And so yeah, I just thought this week, as I haven't posted for a little while, I thought I'd do a bit of a catch-up video for you guys as to what's on in the shop. Got three housings down at the fabricators at the moment. So yeah, hopefully picking them up today with some 31 spline axles as well for my Diff, which is over here. I'll get into that in a little minute. So yeah, things are looking positive too. Got some feedback yesterday saying that the 28 spline axles have arrived from America. So yeah, really happy about that, as we've got a few builds here in stock ready to go, just waiting on axles. So yeah, customers should be pretty happy with that one as well. So yeah, I'll just pause there and just show you sort of what's going on and yeah, what we're up to and where it's going. Alrighty, so yeah, just a bit of a pan around the shop and give you some idea of what's going on. This one here is going to Melbourne. We're putting an Eaton Harrop True Track in it with some 31 spline axles. So that one's going to be a nice build. Some second-hand gears in that one. Won't go into the ratio because I don't divulge that for customer reasons. But yeah, that's another good one. On the build, like I said, a True Track going into that one. We've got over here the Diff in the back here. That one's going to New Zealand, complete. Just waiting on some 28 spline axles with that one, so I just got it stashed underneath my bench. This one in front here is my 31 spline full spool Borg Warner. So I've put some 3.7s in that one. That one's going into my 6-pack charger. Excuse me, which is this one here under the covers. So yeah, hopefully I'm really hoping I'm going to get my axles back for that one today, and I'll do a video of me finishing that one off and putting it in the car and the car on the ground and hopefully looking tough as. So yeah, nice and low with some big nice Hoosier slicks on it. So yeah, stay tuned for that one, guys. Over here we've got a VL turbo. Or actually it's non-turbo at the moment, but he will be putting a turbo on it for a gentleman. Got some 28 spline axles coming for that one. We've done up a nice LSD for it. You may have seen that in last videos. Yeah, that one's come up really nice, really happy with that. Customers should be pretty happy with it too. Over here in the box we've got it's a little banjo. That one there, I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. It's actually mine. I probably will be rebuilding it. Like I said, it's open wheel, coarse spline banjo. It's got some 336 gears in it. Depending on if anybody's interested in it, let me know. If not, I'll probably be, I should stop saying I'll probably be putting this one or rebuilding it and putting it on eBay or something like that. But if you're interested, give us a hoy. This one here, we've got the actual Diff itself, or the housing itself, over at the fabricators, because this was another one, and I will say victim of just put the XH Diff in there out of a Falcon, and you'll be right, mate. Well, when he did that, he couldn't fit his tyres on there, so hence the reasons it's here, stripped down and being reworked. So that one I'm going through, probably tighten up his LSD because it is a bit how you going. Just go over it all, freshen it all up for the customer, as he's already spent his money once, which is a real shame. But we'll get more into that one as we go. Over here, I'll just turn around so that my shadow's not in the way. This one here, is out of an 80 series Land Cruiser. I won't go into it too much because of the person whose it's for. He, you know, let me just say, you will get a lot more footage on this than you will be expecting. Once again, very happy, humbled and privileged to be involved in this build. I thank these guys once again for using Mid Coast Diff Shop. Once again, like I said, I feel very humbled and privileged to be a part of this build. As I'm saying, a lot more on that one as we get to it. So, yeah, there will be updates on that as we go. Once again, as I said, because I don't want to let the cat out the bag as such. Over here, we have got I believe it's out of a VN Commodore. It was only dropped off the other night. The young fella, he wants me just to go over it all. It's been, it's had a conversion done, and it's to go into a HQ ute. I'm not sure whether it's a tonner or a ute. He said ute, so a HQ ute. Once again, we'll just tear that one down and go over it. I'm actually going to tear it all down to the housing and give the customer a call, and he's going to come and, as he's a local fella, come and pick it up and probably give it a coat of jam, coat of paint, and that sort of thing. Once again, only too happy to do that for customers, you know, if they want to save a bit of a dollar, or because this young fella, he said, oh, I want to paint it in the chassis KBS. So I said, yeah, not a problem, we can do that. So that's once again what we're up to there. I don't think there's much more to sort of say in here. I think we've pretty much covered it all. Once again, yeah, just cruising along with it all. Been waiting for some axles, so yeah, hopefully within the next couple of days, in the next couple of weeks, sorry, we will have some axles. But once again, I did get confirmation today that they are in, so happy days. So yeah, once again, I'll just we'll finish off with that one, and I'll go out to the other shop where my hoist is, and just give you a brief rundown as to what's going on with the turbo 4-speed, manual Centura. Alrighty, so in my other workshop, where the old turbo Ceni is being stored at the moment. Once again, just plugging away on things on this. Got the alternator in. Got the water pump on. What else we got there? Water pump on, water pump or fan belt pulley, fan, spacer, and a couple other bits and pieces. Got the dump on the hot side of the turbo, looking good. So yeah, very happy with how that's coming along. I will be getting, hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so, a turbo hat for it, or sorry, a carby hat for it. Once I've got my carby hat, I'll be able to start working on the cold side plumbing. I've sort of got a rough idea as to what I'm going to run. I'm a little bit, once again, I just got to wait until I got my hat sitting on there, and to sort of get some idea as to where it's going to be positioned, because I may have to actually run the inlet on the back side of it. I have seen that done. Actually, to be quite honest, it looks quite neat. So yeah, so that may be something that we're looking at, or we may be putting on the side. We just don't know as yet, but you know, more of that will come in the future as we get a little bit closer. Like I said, once I get my actual carby hat for it, then that'll give me a bit better of idea of which direction I'm headed there. But I've got a rough idea of which direction I'm headed. So yeah, that's just a small update on the old Harvest Gold Centura. Sort of come along pretty well. Sort of pretty happy with how it's coming up. There was a really bad dent in it here, and I've actually managed to get in behind there and push it out. So I'm really quite happy about that. Once again, I'm just leaving scratches and stuff in it, and the patina, because I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest. And yeah, so that's just where we're headed with that one. Personal choice, I guess. But I like looking at nice engine bays. Hence the reason I'm going to the trouble of detailing the hell out of this one. So yeah, that's like I said, quick update on the turbo, the Harvest Gold Turbo Ceni. Yeah, once again, we're just plugging away at it little bit by little bit. Yeah, okay, so that was just a small taste of what we've got going on in the shop at the moment, with some personal cars as well as customers' diffs as well. Once again, when I get my axles back, hopefully today, I'll start doing a video also of the me just finishing off my diff, also installing it into the car itself, and hopefully putting it on some wheels and showing you guys exactly what we've got as a finished result. Once again, I'll be putting a TA backing plate on the back of my differential as well. So yeah, once again, just a small taste of what we've got on in the shop. Hopefully we've got a few more builds coming up as well. So once again, yeah, just a matter of getting some 28 spline axles in stock once again for the customers, and getting a couple more of these diffs out the door. So yeah, thanks again for joining us, guys. Stay safe, and until I'm looking at you all next time, stay tuned. Mid Coast Diff Shop.